Hello, welcome everyone. In this question it says a golfer hits a golf ball at an angle of 25 degrees to the ground. If the golf ball covers horizontal distance 301.5 meter, what's the ball's maximum height? So if we draw it like this, the angle is 25 degree and it will go like this. And the x is given, which is 301.5 second. And the question says, what is the maximum height? At the midpoint, it will be maximum height. So that is y max, we can say. At the y max, velocity of the y component will be 0. And in this question, these are only givens. So the initial velocity doesn't given, whatever. And it says what is the y max. And we can calculate the y max in a different formulas, but first of all we have to calculate initial velocity. We have to find initial velocity because we have some formulas. V final equal V initial plus gt, V final square equal V initial square plus 2gy, or we have one more, y equal V initial y times t plus half gt squared. We have those three formulas and we have to calculate the y max, so I can use second or third one. Even in the first or the second or third one, I need the initial velocity of the y component. So anyway, I have to calculate initial velocity. So here x equals v initial x times t. I know this formula. And before it, what is the v initial x? V initial x is the v initial times cosine 25. And v initial y is v initial times sine 25. So due to this, time for the whole, it will be what? Time equal x over v initial x. And x is 301.5. Over instead of v initial x, I will substitute v initial times cosine 25. And then I need the y max, so I have to use half of the time. So this is the whole time, so I have to take half of it because I have to use time for the up. So it will be half of this 301.5, half of it will be 150.75 over v initial times cosine 25. And this is the time for up, raise up time through the half of the way, we can say. And then I will use Vy final equal Vy initial plus gt. And V of y final at the maximum point, it is 0. Vy initial given, and the g is the negative 10. It's going upward. And the time I will substitute what I find here. And then Vy initial equal gt, it means. Then I will continue from here. V initial times sine 25. That's equal, g is the 10. And the time I calculate for the half of it, 150.75 over v initial times cosine 25. And I will set the v initial here, sine here. So v initial times v initial squared it will be. And it will be 10 times 150.75 over sine 25 times cosine 25. So if we take the root of both sides, V initial will be 62.7 meter per second. Then now I can calculate the y from the third or second formula. I will pick this formula. V final y square equal V initial y square plus 2gy. And the final y is 0. And the initial y I have to calculate. The V initial y equal V initial times sine 25 as I know. So V initial as we calculate 62.7 times sine 25. So that will be equal 26.5 meter per second. Then G is the negative value and the 10. 2 times 10 here, 2 times 10. 20 negative 20. If you send it the other side, it will be 20y equal 26.5 square. If we divide both sides 20 and the 20, so y will be 35.1 meter. Thanks for listening.